Hello pharma aspirants, welcome to PharmaAcharya. In our previous video, we explored the ethical and legal considerations in drug development, and today we are taking the next big step forward, understanding how a drug finally reaches the market through the new drug application. So let's dive into this essential concept that every pharma student must know. Have you ever wondered what the single most important document is before a new medicine can be sold in a pharmacy? That document is the New Drug Application or NDA. Essentially, the drug's complete life story compiled into one massive submission to the USFDA. Think of the NDA as a giant book that contains everything about the drug, including the safety, efficacy, and manufacturing quality, all evaluated to ensure that the drug's benefit outweighs its risk. A company files an NDA only after years of research and human clinical trials. The journey begins with preclinical studies in animals, moves into phase 1 trials in small groups of healthy volunteers, expands to phase 2 trials in patients, and finally reaches the phase 3, where large populations confirm the drug's effectiveness and safety. If phase 3 results are successful, the company stops testing and begins preparing the NDA for submission. So what's inside the NDA? Although it contains thousands of pages, we can understand through 5 core components. The first major component is the quality section, known as CMC, Chemistry, Manufacturing and Controls. It is a module 3. This is where the company describes how the drug is made, from raw materials and API synthesis to excipients, formulation details, analytical methods, manufacturing process specifications, and stability data. This ensures that every batch of the drug will be manufactured consistently, safely, and with high quality. The next components include non-clinical studies, Module 4, which contain animal data showing toxicity levels, pharmacology, organ safety, and long-term effects. Following this comes the heart of the NDA, Clinical Studies, Module 5. This includes complete datasets from all human trials, Phase 1, 2, and 3 covering study designs, statistical analysis, efficacy outcomes, safety evaluations, and adverse event reports. The fourth component is Labeling, Module 1, which includes the draft of the official package insert. The document outlines indications, dosage, contraindications, warnings, precautions, and side effects. After approval, this labeling becomes legally binding. The final component is the Risk Management Plan, after called REMS, Risk Evaluation and Mitigation Strategy, required when a drug has serious potential risks that must be controlled after it enters the market. Once the company submits this extensive application, the FDA follows a structured 5-step review process. First is the filing review within 60 days, where the FDA checks whether the NDA is complete. If something major is missing, the agency issues a refuse to file letter. If accepted, the application enters scientific review, which typically lasts 6 to 10 months, depending on whether it's standard or priority review. During this stage, teams of FDA experts, clinicians, statisticians, chemists, toxicologists, and manufacturing specialists examine every detail of the data. Next, the FDA conducts manufacturing facility inspections to confirm compliance with CGMP. Sometimes the FDA also brings the case to an advisory committee, a panel of experts who discuss the drug and vote on whether it should be approved. Finally, the process ends with the FDA's decision, which can be one of the 3 outcomes: approval, complete response letter, approval with conditions. There are also different types of NDAs. Most are full NDAs for brand new drugs. Another type is the 505(b)(2) NDA, used when companies modify an already approved drug, for example, a new dosage form, new strength, or new route of administration. On the other hand, generic drugs follow a simpler pathway known as ANDA, which focuses on bioequivalence instead of full clinical trials. Understanding the NDA is essential for careers in regulatory affairs, formulation development, QA, QC, clinical research, and pharmacovigilance, because the NDA connects all these domains. It represents the final validation of everything you study, from pharmaceutics and clinical trials to quality assurance and regulatory law. Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment below on which regulatory topic you want me to cover next. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.